अजिबात नाही. बंद
हेलो। ये- हेलो।
Dr. Bilderberg Stop. Management system classification
कब सी अजब
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Jyoti, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay, okay.
sir. We can
You can
hear
see me also? You can
you.
see me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
We're starting, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Proper.
One second.
We are starting, sir. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good morning and a warm welcome to you all. I'm Akshita Vaingade, host for today. We continue with our Sadgun Sang Meet, our 98th virtual webinar. Our topic for today is setting up of Center of Excellence for MSME, which shall be taken by Advocate Dr. Firdos T. Shroff. We shall be covering the world of three zeros, in which zero poverty, zero unemployment, zero net carbon emissions. It shall follow with a question and answer section. Let's quickly go through the agenda. Virtual inauguration by Dr. Sundar Kataria, invoking the blessing of deity, chanting of Gayatri Mantra, introduction of speaker, presentation by Advocate Dr. Firdos T. Shroff, question and answer section, and the last closing section. I request Dr. Sundar Kataria, brief introduction of Dr. Sundar Kataria. Dr. Sundar Kataria, Chairman and a Managing Director of ICS Group Companies. Sadgun Sang, conceived and led by Dr. Sundar Kataria, driven with a mission to elevate the quality, safety, and environmental awareness level of industry. Sadgun Sang is a series of educative, informative events aiming to illuminate professional on possible solution to current issues of industries and economy. I request Dr. Sundar Kataria to virtually inaugurate the section. Please join us for the recitation of the Gayatri Mantra. A brief introduction of our keynote speaker, Advocate Dr. Firdaus T. Shroff. He was a director of CRKIMR, University of Mumbai, and Sir Miss Vishwarao Institute of Management Studies and Research, Samaj Bhushan Eminent Philosopher, Research and a Thinker, PhD, MBA, LLB, CAIIB, MA Eco, Postgraduate and Diploma in Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Thoughts, University of Mumbai, Corona Yoda Saman Certificate from Fundamental Rights Protection Trust of India for his endless contribution in the pandemic situation of COVID-19, Global Motivation Guru, UN 75, 2022 and beyond, Global Peace Ambassador Campaign, member of the International World Constitution and Parliament Association, WCPA, USA. Please welcome Advocate Dr. Firdaus T. Shroff. Hand over to you, sir.
Can you hear me, ma'am? Jyoti?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh. Something wrong.
You can share the screen, sir.
Yeah, my internet connection is not proper. So
Okay,
I'm
sir.
not
No
able
issue.
to. I am just logging it through mobile.
Okay, sir. No issue with that. त्यांचं काहीतरी network.
Network channel. Then it always happens.
Recording in progress.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From my mobile.
Okay, sir.
So welcome to all of you. Our Sundar Sir Kataria is there.
Sorry for disturbance, sir, but there's an echo of your voice, sir.
Echo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 1 second. Now,
Sir,
Is it
still
fine?
there's the same issue.
Same है. One.
Yeah. Sir, I request you to off your one system so that the issue will not be equal. Sir, you are on mute. I can't hear you.
Now can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Abhi, I think it is okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I logged out from that in laptop. So sir is there? Kataria sir ji? Sundar Kataria ji?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Is he
yeah,
attending?
I'm very much there. Welcome,
Ah.
Mr. Sharaf, Firdaus Sharaf.
Yeah, yeah. Good morning,
Welcome.
sir.
Very, very good morning. Very good morning.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you to
Well-
you. Our Sharma ji. Sharma ji is here, sir.
Yeah, Sharma ji generally joins. Let me see if he's there. He must be there.
अच्छा. हाँ, he is the coordinator. सूत्रधार है आपके साथ मिलाने के लिए.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
And
right.
ज्योति जी ने अच्छा काम किया कल. She was with me. सब
Yeah.
बनाने के लिए. So thank you ज्योति जी, कटारिया जी, शर्मा जी and all others. तो कटारिया जी मैं आपके लिए एक शेर पेश करना चाहता हूँ. शेर शायरी में हूँ मैं. तो
जी हाँ.
थोड़ा पानी हमारा, आसमान आपका, सितारे हमारे, सूरज आपका, रोशनी हमारी, और सब कुछ आपका और आप हमारे. तो
क्या बात
पहले
है.
सब कुछ दे दो और फिर सब कुछ ले लो. तो सब लोग हमारे साथ है. ये ICS के साथ मेरी पहली मुलाकात है. एंड SJK फाउंडेशन. अरे कटारिया साहब, ये आपका नाम है SJK?
Yeah, this is Sundar Jesaram is my father at Kataria Foundation.
हाँ हाँ हाँ. तो दैट इज व्हाई आई थॉट सो कि आपका ही होगा JKS.
Yeah,
तो
you.
इंटरनेशनल सर्टिफिकेशन सर्विसेज को सबको वार्म वेलकम. आई थिंक ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैव जॉइंड, सर.
Yes, yes. I think some people joined little late, but quite
Okay.
a lot of people are already there. So we
अभी
can,
आ गए हैं.
and we are very much grateful and thankful to you कि आपने हमारा निमंत्रण एक्सेप्ट किया.
जी जी सर.
Thank
मैं
you.
आप लोगों का शुक्रगुजार हूं कि आप लोगों ने मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी दी हमको सुनने के लिए. So that is also a win-win situation for both the sides. So I am into art of giving. तो मैं अभी गिविंग बैक टू सोसाइटी. कभी भी मेरी सर्विसेज लगे तो आई मोस्ट वेलकम सर. वी कैन डू work together since you are also into MSME, and today's session is also on MSME on Muhammad Yunus sir. So shall we start, sir?
Yes, sir. You can start over.
Yes, ma'am. So today's session is about setting up a center of excellence, vision and strategies for successful business startups, social business and its potential as a tool to create the world of 3 zeros. The new economics of zero poverty, zero unemployment, and zero net carbon emission. The model for Atmanirbhar Government of India, collaborating with mission of Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus, Nobel introduction and background of my research study. What I'm going to give you brief insight about my research study. I had the opportunity of meeting Dr. Muhammad Yunus in April 2018 when he was in India and gave his talk on this world of 3 zeros at Bombay University. So I have jotted down his points, and he spoke from that very lovely thing, and which also. So after the pandemic, I thought, let us implement this, whatever his thoughts. If he can do, why not India can do? So this is just a little thought which I will be giving you, the insight and how this MSMEs can take these things further. And I am a research scholar, had the honor and privilege to meet and here as also seek blessings of my book, Pearls of Wisdom, from Honorable Professor Muhammad Yunus during his visit. He is a founder of Grameen Bank, Bangladesh, and it was a IMC Praveen Chandra Gandhi chair and Jamnalal Bajaj. That is how he had come to give his memorial lecture and oration entitled Social Business and its Potential as a Tool to Create a World of Three Zeros: zero poverty, zero unemployment, and zero net carbon emission. So I will just give you a brief. I started as a waiter in Taj Mahal Hotel in 1973. Then I joined Union Bank of India in 1974 and took VRS in 2001. And then I joined as a faculty in Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. That's a bankers institute where I'm a fellow of the institute. Then I did my, after joining the bank, Union Bank of India, I joined Siddharth College, that is Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar People Education Society. They gave me admission during that time. So I completed my MA as also law LLB from Siddharth College. And that gave me inspiration to do the work of Dr. Baba Sahib and the Buddha and his Dhamma, and leading to DELIT. So I'm into the research work. And recently on Dasera Day, that is 5th of October, I delivered lecture at BSRB, where Buddhist cultural mandal is there. They invited me to give lecture on Dr. Baba Sahib, how he got into Buddha and his Dhamma. So that was the thing. And I am also director, Zoroastrian Cooperative Bank. If any MSME wants to have loan, anything you require from the banking side, please do contact me. We are there to serve you. It's both a win-win situation. I am also independent director, LIC Housing, and Senate member, Pune University. So with the seek the blessings of Lord Buddha, I am very happy to place and record completion of my long-standing study on Buddha life and research on Wednesday, 26th May, 2021, which marks the Buddha Jayanti, the day of peace, compassion, and Maitri, falling on full moon day. This auspicious occasion commemorates the birth anniversary of our enlightened Gautam Buddha, also known as Buddha Purnima. These days celebrated with great enthusiasm and joy across the globe. Gautam Buddha imparted his profound knowledge on peace, life that continues to inspire, guide humanity till date. So every experience, no matter how bad it seems, holds within his blessing of some kind. The goal is to find out. Always remember, there is always a solution in your problem. When there is a problem, there has to be a solution. So only thing we don't know, so we have to try to find out. So slowly, we will go across the slides and we will come to the solution and how best we can do. So this is just the beginning. So let us begin with the blessings of Lord and start the day. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Always remember, the person who is depressed is living in the past. The person who is anxious is living in the future. And the person who is at peace is living in the present. So always remain in the present. Don't keep on thinking what has gone past. Yesterday was gone by, and tomorrow we don't know whether we will be seeing tomorrow or not. So only thing in our hand is today, and this moment, enjoy it fully, whatever you want to do. Then we come to the intended to carry this paper to a detailed understanding of these components, how my preliminary outline of my research paper. So it was a lecture which inspired me, the world of three zeros. The Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to Muhammad Yunus 2006 for his work, Create Economic and Social Development from Below. That is Grameen Bank's objective since its establishment in 1983 has been to grant poor people small loans on easy terms, so-called microcredit. Has also a history of evolution of microfinance in India, Bangladesh and neighboring countries, which have broadly similar context characteristics. So problems and issues being confronted by this segment was looked into. A thorough review of the existing literature to understand the impact of microfinance so as to identify all relevant stakeholders. Current as well as alternative regulatory systems as being proposed in recent literature. To learn from the neighboring countries their experiences on alternative policies, regulation and control. To make use of annual reports and available documents of two prominent NBFC MFIs from India, one from Bandhan, which is the largest one at this stage and seems to be operating fairly successfully in the eastern part of the country, and other is Basics. That is the two banks, Basics and Bandhan Bank, that is on microfinance. So let us learn from the inspirational success stories of how Nobel laureate Professor Muhammad Yunus invented microcredit, founded the Grameen Bank, and transformed fortunes of millions of people around the world. Yes, somebody's talking. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Hear you, na?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, no? Then primary
Yes,
source
sir.
of information. Then Muhammad Yunus, Bangladesh social entrepreneur, banker, economist and credit society leader, who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in Grameen Bank and pioneering the concepts of microcredit. These loans are given to entrepreneurs, to poor, to qualify for traditional bank loans. That is how we started, because at that point of time, banks were not giving loans to the poor. Only banks give loans to the rich. Who is going to give guarantee to the poor? Who will give a car or house or anything backup banks require? He may not be having anything, penny to live for. How we will be giving all those things? So microfinance came into existence. So they take care of the poorest of the poor. So Muhammad Yunus
Excuse me,
says,
sir.
yes, ma'am.
Sorry
Hello.
to interrupt you, sir, but can you share the
Yeah.
PPT?
PPT, I said, no, it is not working. It's on my laptop. That is the reason. Because of network problem. Na? I will share with you later. You share with them to
Please.
participants. Or you can publish it also. No one if you got any magazine bulletins. I'm just sharing my thoughts now. That's all. So, and I will give you the entire my research work so that you can share it with them at a later, because that's a deep reading for them. So I'm just sharing my thoughts as to how we can work together and the
Yeah,
work
Okay,
with
no
Dr.
problem.
Grameen
No
Bank.
problem.
Yeah, Dr. Sharaf, that should be fine.
Yes.
We'll share with the participant later on. Thank you.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. I will
Thank you,
give
sir.
it to you. You can put it on your website or you can publish it also, sir.
Sure,
That
sure.
is also well. If you are having
Thanks for the,
bulletins or anything. Sir,
thanks
nothing
for
is
the,
mine. मेरा मुझ में कछु नहीं, जो कुछ है सो तेरा, तेरा तुझको सौंप दे, क्या लागे मेरा, मेरा
क्या
कुछ
बात
नहीं
है।
है सर, ये सब
Very
यहाँ
thoughtful.
का
Very
है.
thoughtful. Very thoughtful.
Everything. Yeah. Again, society, sir. मेरे पास नहीं रखना है. Actually, I want to publicize and go ahead still further.
Correct.
Nothing is mine.
Thank
So
you.
this is a thought process which I inspired from Dr. Yunus. So I'm just sharing with you all since it's a MSME.
Now,
So
one
that
thing,
is the
one thing I want to share. One thing I want to share you.
Yes, sir.
If you see, that is Saraswati, goddess of wisdom. If you share it,
Yes, sir.
it increases.
Multiply.
But the
Yes, sir. Multiply.
Lakshmi, if you share it, it will reduce.
Correct,
So
sir.
wisdom always increases if you share your
Very
knowledge.
true. So there is a book called Die Empty. If I don't know anybody has read it, sir. Die Empty mein, what he says, I'll just share with you since the topic has come up. So Die Empty book has been written. That gentleman who has written had gone to the conference like us. Then the conference speaker said, which is the costliest land in the world?
Okay.
He asked the audience. So somebody said oil field or our gold mines or our iron ore and all these are the land costliest land in the world. So he said no, the costliest land in the world is your cemetery. आखिरी दिन का तो सब लोग surprise हो गया sir, how come? Die empty means your asset is going to die empty only, you are not taking anything. चश्मा भी नहीं लेके जा सकता है. But what he says die empty, उसका process is very good. Die empty, he says ये सब चीज है ही ना, वो सब बात के जाओ. Don't take
I
this.
see.
This is the costly. The knowledge, your experience, your ये सब देते. So I am trying to give. लेके नहीं जाना है. So जितना बने उतना कर सकता है ना. तो let us see अपन तो थोड़ा थोड़ा करता हूँ सर, एक दो जन को टच करके. इसके लिए कहते हैं कि माना के सारे को हंसी न कर सके हम. अकेले आदमी हंसी नहीं कर सकता, मैं चेंज नहीं कर सकता हूँ वर्ल्ड, पर एक दो कांटे तो किए कम जहां से गुजरे हम. एक दो कांटा तो मैं कम करते जाऊं. दैट इज द थिंग. तो हम लोग करते रहेंगे.
नहीं, if you see डॉक्टर साहब, that is the reason Indians पूरे वर्ल्ड में छाए हुए.
वेरी
मैंने
ट्रू.
कहा हमारे इंडियंस पूरे
giving,
वर्ल्ड में छाए हुए because of this.
वेरी ट्रू सर. राइट सर. तो चलते रहना है. हेलो, कैन यू हियर मी मैडम?
Yeah, we are hearing you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
hearing.
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to the question, if people in West Bengal were not ready to take risks, taking ventures as entrepreneurs, Muhammad Yunus said, I don't look at it that way. The mentality to start own ventures is there everywhere in the world, including Bengal. You have to be them, the young unemployed. So he touched upon the unemployed youth, which is very crucial, and India also is doing so. But how best we still can take it further is up to us. There is this ocean of money all around.
Hello, I wanted that one. Okay, thank you.
And we should reach out. He said, adding even rich people become defaulters. What a beautiful thought. Muhammad Yunus said, hello. Hello. He said, adding even
Yes,
rich
sir.
people. Muhammad Yunus said, adding even rich people become defaulters in the bank loans. But conventional banks still reach out to the rich. Even big borrowers are also defaulters. And Muhammad Yunus have found out that in small microfinance, there is no defaulters at all, zero NPA. So that is a very good thing among the poor. So we should try to help them and stand on their own legs. That is the only thing. They require our support. So what we can do? To a question about the fall of Ponzi firms in Bengal, Yunus said, while there can always be fly-by-night firms in a system and laws and legislation to check their activities, if you refer to the microcredit concept mooted by us, it never collects money from the depositors. So poor people are never done NPA and they always pay money on time. And that is how it changed many of the backward, downtrodden people, underprivileged people to live there and come up to the standard of to some level of efficiency. So with these efforts of Dr. Yunus through microcredit to create economic and social development from below, he says, after changing lives of over 9 million people in Bangladesh, Just imagine the number, 9 million people in Bangladesh and generating $1 lakh in United States, US dollars. So Grameen Bank experiment has been able to benefit an estimated 300 million borrowers across the worldwide, including Brazil. The Norwegian committee said that lasting peace cannot be achieved unless large population groups find ways in which to break out the poverty, and that across the cultures and civilization. So this was the poorest of the poor. It touched the hearts, and that is how the Grameen Bank and Bangladesh has come up. Microfinance movement was started off by one man, Professor Muhammad Yunus, with one vision. Imagine one person, one vision can change the entire history to eradicate poverty from the world. Imagine not only in Bangladesh, but from the world. So India, our country also comes into the periphery sphere of this world. And we are also trying to do and learn from what Muhammad Yunus had started years back. Widely known as the father of microfinance, Grameen Bank, to make small loans to the poorest in Bangladesh. So he started from what he said, every man is born a beggar. Every human being, because we have not come with anything. We have only taken it from the earth and what is the planet. So we have done it. We have come empty-handed and also going empty-handed. So all men are born beggars and all beggars are entrepreneurs. What a beautiful thought. In India also, we always look beggars at a very bad state. We try to kick him off. We try to shun him off. But why don't we try to come in contact with him and inquire what is he doing? So I am a Kataria sir, we can also go and share the thoughts of what Beggars Home. This is run by Maharashtra government in Chembur. I met the superintendent and they are doing a good job. So let us go and do one study, and all to come along with me are all welcome. We can go and have a research thought process and discuss how we can try to have the poverty level. The beggars, they are also very talented, but only thing they don't have money. So people treat them and try to shun them off. So unless and until beggars are touched upon, our economy cannot grow, because these are at the grassroots level. Because if you want to come our economy on the top level, these beggars are to help to be needed, help and funded. So anybody interested, that we will go and you can join the team. Professor, how he got the intuition and how he was influenced. Professor Muhammad Yunus was influenced by his mother, who was known to never turn away anyone in need. Anyone who came to their house, his mother always helped them. Hello. So they were
Doctor,
into the village of.
Yeah, we are getting you, Doctor. Please go ahead. Continue.
You can. No, somebody is saying something. Is okay now?
Who is there?
Yeah.
No, sir, it's proper.
Since traditional banks refused to make small loans to the poor, the idea for Grameen Bank was born in 1976. Activities in 83, Grameen Bank was officially formed. Typically repay back the loan in with no access to banks. Grameen banking to the people's homes. The bank's 22,000 staff serve 8.37 million borrowers at their doorstep in 81,000 villages all over Bangladesh every week. So far, Grameen Bank has disbursed about US dollars 11 billion in loans. The success of the Grameen microfinance model has inspired hundreds of countries in the world, including the USA, Grameen Bank and Dr. Yunus jointly won the Nobel Prize in the year 2016. So others also benefited from his thought and idea. So I thought, okay, why not India should also benefit of this thought. So let us all come together. It's a teamwork. Team is together, everyone achieves more. Sabka saath, sabka vikas. So everybody has to come together. One person cannot do, our Prime Minister alone cannot do anything. But if we give him the support, together we can make our country to the highest level. So statement of the problem is given usual problems, adverse selection, moral hazard and hold up credit delivery service as opposed for sale and purchase of a vendible product with standard attributes. It is no wonder that banks and such formal credit institutions all over the world have failed to reach a vast unbanked and non-banked set of populations. So reaching to the banked and unbanked, our late Srimati Indira Gandhi actually started this giving the priority sector lending to the poorest of the poor, rural areas. So 40% of the priority sector, whatever credit bank receives has to go to the priority sector. So that is how our country has also come up, and it is still required day by day. It has not ended. So we have to keep on doing, and that is a continuous process we have to do and take it further. So it against the backdrop, microfinance based on group familiarity, cohesion, and peer monitoring made their natural appearance and became widespread following the successful experiment of Grameen Bank, Bangladesh. India, two distinct threads of microfinance are found to have experienced phenomenal growth from more than a decade. One is self-help group, SHG, bank linkage, non-profit model nourished gradually through group savings alongside other development activities, and the other for profit model, nowadays referred to as NBFCs, MFIs model, which grew at an even sharp rate in climate of little regulation and huge flow of private financial, including bank capital, given restricted opportunities in investment under world recessionary conditions. However, in the process of rapid growth with fierce competition among themselves, this category of MFIs lost their development focus and often led to multiple excessive lending borrowers, lack of transparency. The methods are based on review of literature, lectures by Dr. Mohammad Yunus to understand the evolution of Bangladesh Grameen Bank. So this is the research methodology which adopted and which touched my heart. And that is how I started doing and putting up things for the MSMEs. To eradicate the microfinance model to eradicate poverty from this world. NBFC MFI in India as well as in neighboring countries and its aftermath, a careful the examination of the current as well as various proposed regulatory systems. Study of annual reports of two NBFCs from India, Bandhan and Bank, when you want, they want you to want. Bank when you want, the way you want. That is the tagline and basics to come up with the reasonable numbers to perform cost benefit analysis across major stakeholders. This will help not only in choice of best possible alternative, but also to judge the robustness. So this is how I have worked out. I will share with you. Now you can also take this as a base and still go further. There is no end. You have to give up and up. This is just my basic. I am just what my thoughts are. I am just sharing you, but you may be having still better one. So you can still take it further. Eventually, RBI Malegaon Committee report. Malegaon Committee set up by the Reserve Bank of India to study issues and concerns in MFI sector and to review the definition of microfinance and microfinance institutions for purpose of regulation of non-banking finance companies, understanding microfinance by the Reserve Bank of India and make appropriate recommendations. The report on which came to the rescue of this segment. I suggest you can go to the detailed report of Malegam Committee of Reserve Bank of India to study still in depth if you can come across or you can find some of the things which needs to be still done. And role of financial sector in supporting Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative of Government of India leading to financial inclusion. Financial inclusion in banks are also already in progress, which banks require that everybody should have a bank account. So every Indian should have a bank account, and it has started. This, banks are also following it up, and slowly, every person in this country is going to have bank account. Then access to finance. This is the Committee on Financial Inclusion by Chairman Dr. C. Rangarajan. He was a former Governor, Reserve Bank of India. What he says, access to finance by poor and vulnerable groups is a prerequisite for poverty reduction and social cohesion. This has to become an integral part of our efforts to promote inclusive growth, financial inclusion. In fact, providing access to finance is a form of empowerment of the vulnerable groups. These are underprivileged, poorest of the poor, vulnerable. So financial inclusion denotes delivery of financial services at an affordable cost to the vast sections of the disadvantaged and low income group. It should be affordable credit to them. Everything needs to be affordable. We cannot charge exorbitant rates of interest and all. So that is why their lending rates are also very low, and governments also lend support to the banks. The various financial services include credit, saving, insurance and payments and remittance facilities. The objective of financial inclusion is to extend the scope of activities of the organized financial system to include within its ambit people with low income groups. Through graduated credit, the attempt must be to lift the poor from the one level to another so that they come out of poverty. These were the observations being done by the Dr. Rangarajan committee. The other topics touched upon by the Rangarajan committee are as under: extent of inclusion, demand side of factors, national mission on financial inclusion, development and technology funds, business correspondent model, procedural changes, role of regional rural banks, self-help groups, bank linkage scheme, extending self-help group bank linkage scheme to urban areas. The committee has recommended amendment to NABARD Act to enable it to provide microfinance services to the urban poor, joint liability group, and finally microfinance institution, non-banking finance companies, revitalizing the cooperative system and micro insurance. What does the microfinance do? That what they have defined? It covers the range of services which include, in addition to provision of credit, many other services such as saving, insurance, money transfer, counseling, etc. For the purposes of Malegam Committee report, the subcommittee has confined itself to one aspect of microfinance, namely the provision of credit to low income group. That is the basic thing which is required, credit to the non-banking group. The term microfinancing was first used in 1970 during the development of Grameen Bank for Bangladesh, which was founded by the microfinance pioneer, Dr. Muhammad Yunus. In 76, Dr. Yunus reinstitutionalized and appreciates approaches of microfinance along with the foundation of Grameen Bank in Bangladesh. Since in developing countries, a large number of people still depend largely on subsistence farming or basic food trade for their livelihood. Therefore, smallholder agriculture in these developing countries has been supported by the significant resource. So learning from Dr. Muhammad Yunus' social business idea, so empathy, everyone, it is a father of microfinance and banker to the poor. He is known as the banker to the poor. And he says, empathy, open it up. You should welcome everybody open heart. Empathy should be there when you provide loans and to finance to the unemployed and underprivileged strata of society. To be useful is think what is the purpose of my life. We were discussing with Kataria sir, what is the purpose of my life? That is what he has also defined. To be useful to others, become an entrepreneur, to be job creator, not job seeker. So think big. Always you are doing this, you become an entrepreneur and you become a job creator. To work for somebody else service, to be job seeker, that is thinking small. So we have to think big. We become useful to others. All human beings are born and entrepreneurs. It is our belief that destiny plays a role to become rich. Job is end of creativity. Job is by limitations, instructions. Damaging to do job. We work for others to make them riches. So when you do job, you work for others and others become rich. And when you work as an entrepreneur, you work for yourself and you become rich. There is one movie. Sometimes I can show you Rich Dad, Poor Dad. There is a video. Nagasaki. He is the one, I think, Japanese. He has developed one of the very good concept. Whether you want to become a businessman or you want to become a service-oriented person. So very good comparison. So if next time opportunity comes, can take you through that. So why not become an entrepreneur? You are born entrepreneur. We create our wealth, wealth creators to the nation. Capitalist system is wealth becoming mushroom owned by fewer, not sustainable way of human community. All money of few people, hence 73% is owned by 1% of Indians. So when it is a capitalist, only all the things are being taken up by one person or a group of persons. It does not reaches the poorest of the poor. So human beings are driven by self-interest. Humans are selfish, they should be selfless. Economic theory retains selfishness, real humans are beyond. We see with bifocal glasses, dollar sign, global sign to solve the human problems of people such as sanitation, housing, healthcare, solar energy, etc. So when we come to the third zero net carbon emission, solar energy plays a very vital role. So at the end, we will be discussing the 3 zeros and how we can eliminate the details. So let us go through this slides there. He says, I was born intelligent, but education ruined me. Education is not help you in any way. You have to be in your own hands, your own ideas. You can develop and take your firm further, and how you can reach to the poorest of the poor. It's up to us. Confucius says, have patience in business. If you want to be with beautiful nurse, you got to be patient. So if you want everything good to happen to you, so you go peacefully and patiently. Don't hurry. Slowly, we can work together and take one thought at a time at the upper level. Think what is the purpose, to be useful to others, to become an entrepreneur, to think big, to serve society, particular and nation in general. MSME banks lending to beggars, thus making them an entrepreneur. They should be looked differently. So what our Muhammad Yunus story says, he took the beggar to the bank for loan. The banker started laughing. What, Dr. Muhammad Yunus, you are an economist professor. You should know how bank can lend this poor. He has nothing background, as they said, no guarantor, no nothing to fall back upon. How can we give loan to them? Then Muhammad Yunus said, okay, doesn't matter. He started giving loan to the poor. He gave 1,000 rupees, 2,000, as beggars are also entrepreneurs. So he started giving some from his pocket. And that is how he transformed. Then 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and that beggars kept on paying, because this is not free. nothing should be given free. And it's a social business, not free to be given. So he taking back, giving, taking, and afterwards, after some years, he comes to the bank manager. Now you don't lend me money. I will lend money to you. अभी मैं loan दे सकता हूं. And it's called a transformational change. And if they can do it, Dr. Muhammad Yunus there in Bangladesh, why can't in India we cannot do it? That is my question. So let us come together and let us share these thoughts and let us have the fellowship and empathy, fellowship, humanity. I am sure we can take the things to much more higher level. So learnings from the journey of ignited spark within can make a difference. Only thing ignited minds, as our Dr. Abdul Kalam sir also has said, ignited minds. You have to just ignite them, spark. So once that spark comes in the mind of our youth or any entrepreneur, I think he can take it to still greater heights. So that is why I'm just sharing the thought, bird's eye view of so how we can take this Grameen model to our Pacific. Then what is the Grameen Bank vision? Reduce the poverty by half by 2030. So just imagine poverty reduction by half by 2030 years. So now it is 22. So by 8 more years are left, and it will be poverty will be half in Bangladesh. Then poverty is a part of it, artificially imposed on human beings. It is an artificial thing. If we keep on thinking poor, and don't help them, it is going to remain as it is. So why not think of it, give them some inputs, money, and transform their life. Give them opportunity. Muhammad Yunus business was not giving them charity, but making it social business through sustainable development goals. That is what he says. Okay, no free ship to be given. It's a social business. You have to give money, but again you have to take it back so that he can transform. He should not feel that he's a beggar. By giving and forgiving, he thinks that I am a beggar. I am not a beggar. He says, I am a person with standing. So he can stand on his own legs. Only support is required to begin with this igniting. To start the vehicle, only one self key is required. So like that, igniting him, one small portion of amount of money is given to him, then he will take that thing to greater heights. So if you find any poor person in Bangladesh, you will get $100. Advertisement in newspaper on eradication of poverty. It's a beautiful thought. They have written, if you find any poor person in Bangladesh, you will get $100. Then there is a poverty museum, how humble poverty used to be. So it is a horrible thing to be a poor. So poverty museum shows them how horrible poverty used to be. So that is an eye-opener. Then entrepreneurship by women. So he says, impressed by the entrepreneur ability by women. First, he started giving loans to only women for development and upbringing, to look after the family. Then he came across, why not all human beings are entrepreneurs? So he started with every human being. So there is no question of diversity now, only woman. So he wants to change the entire globe. That is his vision. And slowly, that drop in an ocean, what he has sowed into that, I think the seed is growing to a large extent. So let us bring program to beggars. Even beggars can become independent entrepreneurs. That is a program for beggars, he says. Talk to beggars and study their way of living. He started knowing what beggars are doing, what they need. Beggars, again, thought to you also, you can also do on the same lines. We can also start these things. Then real person resides in them. how they lived, go house to house begging, told them, would you mind carry a basket of merchandise with you, cookies, biscuits, so that they become an entrepreneur. You go begging anyway, carry a basket with you, we give money loan, say 300, 500 to buy merchandise. 6, 9 months studied the business. This is how this thought process is. We also can do. Your MSMEs who are our participants can please note that we can study this. Slowly, business expanded from 1,000 beggars to 1 lakh beggars. Study showed we bring merchandise, they opened the door and gave us stool to sit. Children tell them to bring sweets, chocolates, etc. Beggars became marketing agents for families. 2 years of operation of this idea, novel idea, 1/4 of the beggars. So this transformation, I think my dream also is there. I am also slowly doing this, and let us see how best along with Mr. Sundar Kataria sir. Now we can still work further and go. It's good for selling and not Harvard University self-experiential learning. Beggars have not gone and nobody has taught them like Harvard University, but still self-learning is the best learning. All human beings are born beggars and entrepreneurs. The learning from the wonderful thought, poverty is not created by people. Poverty is created by the system. Entrepreneurs are risk takers and who have the fire in the belly. I create, I to infinity, ideate, innovate, and transform. This is what MSMEs entrepreneurs are doing. Create, I to infinity, ideate, innovate, and transform. These are so much best in worst of us. There is so much of best in worst of us. There is so much of worst in best of us. So who are we to judge rest of us? So always try to look at the good things in the people. Why should you look the bad things? अच्छे चीज देखो, बुराई बुरा आदमी के अंदर भी अच्छाई है. So see and call out the good things. Don't keep on talking or anything or trying to bring out bad things in human beings. हम लोग अपना काम करना है और अच्छाई लेके आगे चलना है. Never to complain. So that is the thing. उन लोग को we can take it. Always think big. Then learning from school message to youth. This is what also I have come across. Taught in school history, geography, civics. What they teach in school, history, geography, civics, science, and all that thing. But nobody taught how to start a life, how to become an entrepreneur. So what I have taught has to be a soft skill. I'm studying Center of Excellence in the schools, colleges. The best degree in life is not BCom, it's be calm. So I'm trying to have that course. I think we will discuss with Kataria sir how this course can be taken to schools, to slum dwellers, to Adivasis and tribal areas. I think that is what we should do since our President of India, Draupadi Murmu Madam, is also from tribal of Odisha. So she is also very much keen how we can bring the tribal areas to highest level. So let us all work together to bring about and make our President of India dream come true. So self-experiential learning made her an entrepreneur. Mother being illiterate, how mother learns? Mother has not gone to school or anything. She is an entrepreneur, but being illiterate, but had courage to ask for loan. She mobilized all confidence in banks and continues business. That is how she became self-made. She has not gone to Harvard or any school, but mother teaches the best how one can become an entrepreneur. Example, how come your mother know it and you children don't know it? She did not want others to teach her how to start her life. So it is a self-learning experiential process. Nobody teaches you, but you have to keep doing this by learning and self-experience. That is the best thing. So you children are an artificial person as you went to school. So nobody has taught you the real value of life, the humanity, how to lead a life, which has not been taught. But I think with the new education policy, we can inculcate the youth to how to change their mindset, how to be calm. Always remember, temper is a very valuable possession. You cannot afford to lose it. Now, youth, youngsters, they lose their temper very soon. So these are to be taught how you should live, become a youth, good human being. Then that is a good thought from the learning of the Buddha Vichar. Buddha Vichar, the way of life on sorrow and happiness, on charity and kindness. That is the Buddhist way of life. Give rise to sorrow. Removal does not necessarily give us rise to happiness. Not culture is what gives happiness. This is Buddhist way of life. Hunger is the worst. Health is the greatest of gifts. Contentedness, the best riches. Trust is the best of relationship. And Nibbana, the highest happiness. The highest spiritual enlightened person, Nibbana stage. Indeed, not hating those who hate us, rather those try to make on and don't try to discard him. We must learn to live happily in not hating those who hate us. We must learn to live happily, free from ailments among the ailing man. We should not try to see and damn into that. We must learn to live happily from greed among the greedy. We should be free from greed among the greedy. Mankind is ruined by passion, just as fields are damaged by weeds. Therefore, charity done to the passionate brings great reward. Mankind is damaged by vanity, that is the quality of having too much of pride, one's appearance or accomplishments. Just in the fields are damaged by weeds. Mankind is ruled by lust, just as fields are damaged by weeds. Charity of Dhamma exceeds all gift. The sweetness of Dhamma exceeds the Dhamma. The delight of the Dhamma exceeds all delights. Victory brings hatred, for the conquered is unhappy. He who has given both victory and defeat, contented, is happy. That is what it has been taught. And then learning by the value from the power of Shunya, zero. Zero is the ultimate achievement. We think zero is all zero. Nikamma aadmi hai. But name, making a peaceful place in the world to live. That is the thing of the zero. I just came across during the COVID time, our actress Shraddha Kapoor in India in February 2021. There was an article on this zero, learning from the power of Dunya. So just like to share. So Shraddha Kapoor, who has been speaking about spirituality and the power of Shunya through a social media post, gave yet another insight to her understanding. She acted in that movie called Bagi, known from there. They shared a video of herself on Instagram where she can be seen speaking about a concept of how it matters to the wearing of t-shirt that had power of Shunya written over it, she said. Shunya or zero to me is the ultimate number and ultimate achievement. So beautiful thought. Then attaining the state of zero is returning to our original state where we are full of positivity, purity, and goodness. So your mind should always come to the level of zero. That is the state of attainment, enlightenment. Because we keep on going, running. We don't have brakes. We have only accelerator. So we keep going, and nothing comes to back. So I'll just share with you one story of our Swami Vivekananda. One of the disciples asked Swami Vivekananda ji, "Sir, what is the meaning of richness?" So generally in layman's term, richness means money, car, bangla, gaड़ी, वाड़ी, वो कहते हैं ना, मेरे पास पैसा है, गाड़ी है, मोटर है, बंगला है, तुम्हारे पास क्या है? मेरे पास माँ है। तो अपना मूवी अमिताभ बच्चन एंड शशि कपूर का, सो इट इज लाइक दैट. सो व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू हैव, सब पैसा पैसा के इसके अंदर ही है. सो स्वामी विवेकानंद सेड इन हिज, स्वामी जी का लैंग्वेज में सुनिए व्हाट ही सेज. रिचनेस इज नॉट अर्निंग मोर or saving more or spending more. Richness is when you need no more. That means when you want to put a full stop, वो आपके ऊपर है. Always remember, do not exceed. Life में बहुत चीज आती रहेगी, but don't try to exceed. Always try to go slowly, slowly and enjoying. So richness is not earning more, saving more or spending more. Richness is when you need no more. तो एक लड़का मेरे को क्लासरूम में पूछता है, सर मैं फुल स्टॉप कभी लगाऊं? मैं बोला आप कॉमा 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 लगाते हैं तभी मुझे पूछता है, तभी आप खुद लगा देते हैं, एंड फुल स्टॉप मैं ही लगाऊं, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? सो वी हैव टू, you only have to put full stop, because one day I saw my friend in coma ICU. That time I thought he forgot to put full stop of Swami Vivekananda. So my dear friends, आप लोग भी अभी से ही समझ जाइए और फुल स्टॉप लगाना शुरू कीजिए. कॉमा 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 से नहीं होगा, but the turn should not come to the ultimate कि आप कॉमा में हो जाए. So अभी से ब्रेक लगाना शुरू कीजिए. That is my humble submission to all of you कि go slowly slowly और एक कुछ ना कुछ करते जाए. My dear friends, Shraddha Kapoor first discussed the concept of a social media account. She wrote, focusing on health and wellness has been an intrinsic part of my life. It helps me find balance, peace of mind, and state of shunya. Sharing a picture of her doing a variation of the Swiss ball exercise, she added, the state of shunya is returning to our original state where we are full of positivity, purity, and goodness. The actress has been sharing posts related to the mental and physical fitness and has been talking about spirituality to her posts. You can go to the Instagram or later if you want to see more of her videos. Then to prepare business plan, the 10 years down the line, whether you want to be a businessman or again you want to do a job, the answer is with you. Decide now. So try to prepare the business plan vis-a-vis project before presenting to the bank for finance. I think Kataria sir, this is also a very good thing. We can prepare one pattern, parameters of how business plan and project before sending to banks are to be prepared. We can have some of the things discussed with the businessmen, entrepreneurs, and how we require to that. What are the latest trend bank requires? I think that can help all other entrepreneurs who want to seek loans from the banks. I think that will be a very good thing. Then findings and takeaway. The final part of our conclusion is mission of universities, IBA, FEA, viable steps to world of 3 zeros, free to make Atmanirbhar Bharat for micro, small, and Union Bank of India leading as banker to the poor. Union Bank will come to the rescue of microfinance. Our Zoroastrian Bank will come to the rescue of microfinance. So there is no dearth of money. Always remember Mahatma Gandhi says, find purpose, means will follow. People keep on complaining, मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, how do I start? पैसा आएगा, पर आप पहला बिजनेस तो शुरू करो. Your ideas क्या है, अपने आप आते जाएगा. There are CSR activities people would like to give, so social corporate social responsibility से भी आएगा. So there are lots of funds available and so many NGOs they are trying to help. तो कुछ ना कुछ तो आपको निकल आएगा. And then you take that thing. Once you start, you will find the road. कहाँ जाना है क्या नहीं. So, so these are all my suggestions to Union Bank of India, Nationalized Bank to act banker to the poor in association with Indian Banks Association and Indian Institute of Banking and Finance to lead and support implement model for India on large scale as enumerated in research paper, as also lead to India initiatives to assist poorest of the poor strata of society under various schemes. So this can be helped and done through that. So Union Bank of India is running village knowledge centers also, banker to the poor. In villages, they have got village knowledge centers. They can tap, MSMEs can tap these village knowledge centers wherever you find them and seek their guidance, how they are doing, what are the new schemes. I think this is a very good thing which their bank has taken up for the upliftment of the poorest of the poor. So they don't have to come to the bank. They can go to the village center itself and try to learn and how they can help you. Self-help groups, farmers, clubs and all. So that is another initiative by them. Then Professor Father say at the end see the 3 zeros, how we can setting up of the Center for Social Excellence, the 3 0 Startup India under corporate social activities of corporates, colleges, schools, NGOs, universities, commencing with the University of Bombay for India, as also to replace the mission across the globe. So first zero, formation of team workers. What I suggest MSME is, Dr. Kataria, you can form the 3 teams: zero poverty team, zero unemployment team, and zero net carbon emission team. So these 3 teams will work, find out and do the research one by one. So 3 zeros, we can then take it up further and consolidate how it is to be done. To begin with, identify 10 beggars for zero poverty. This is what I have suggested. To begin with, identify 10 beggars, study their behavior pattern and make them self-reliant. Make case study of beggars from time to time and eliminate the difficulties faced and then turn around with another 10 or so. This will lead to poverty elimination, leading to zero-free poverty in years to come. This is called transformation. So you can prepare a project report. ये आपके 3 zeros के लिए जो भी होगा head, you can select the head and under him we can study and you can come to me. I can take a overall see the what are the studies you would like to do, and then we can guide you, and that is how we can do. So आप एक report बनाइए. Always keep writing wherever you go. Just keep writing, noting कि क्या किया आपने, because this will be required in our research report. आपने क्या क्या किया है, what are the steps you have taken, what are the efforts you have taken. So this needs to be done. तो जहाँ पर जाएंगे, please take a note. आपका एक रजिस्टर रखिए, उसमें डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज अगर आपने ये कुछ इसके अंदर किया है, जीरो पॉवर्टी इसके अंदर, तो देन कीप नोटिंग आपका. It is not a one-day process, it's a continuous process. करते रहना है, slowly, 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 and just try to solve at least एक दो जन का भी हम लोग एक एक इसमें solve किया, so it will be a very long journey for us. Then zero unemployment, formation of self-help groups and making them entrepreneur, imparting vocational training as per the skill set of persons, training them to make them viable as entrepreneurs, job creators instead of job seekers. This will lead to unemployment elimination, leading to zero-fee unemployment in the years to come. So slowly, slowly try to find out what are the existing skill. पहले एक रिपोर्ट बनाइए, what are the existing, कितने लोग हैं, क्या है, बच्चे लोग कितने हैं, उसमें पानी मिलता है कि नहीं, स्कूलिंग मिलता है कि नहीं. Just try to see, and then वो लोग employed है तो क्या क्या चीज स्किल में वो लोग employed है. And some of them will require कि मेरे को ये बनाना है पर मेरे पास एक कला नहीं है, I don't know how to make it. So I have got from other sources, zero poverty center of excellence, where they require. अभी जैसे कि एक एग्जांपल के sanitary pads, I think these are very valuable thing. And if somebody wants to learn, I think I can make them tie up with somebody who knows it, and they can help out and try to make them here. तो कुछ भी ऐसा just find out what are their needs. कुछ बनाना है, ज्वेलरी बनाना है, क्या है, but they don't have the skills. तो हम लोग वो स्किल के लिए भी we can try to help them out. Banks है, if they want loans and all, tell क्या है वो भी report में लिखिए, what they require, how much they require. So I think that also we can bring banks into the forum, and we can do many other things. We will act as a catalyst agent. Myself and Kataria sir will come to the rescue. कुछ है तभी साथ में. Then zero carbon emission. Prepare carbon emission from various sources and suggest कचरे का है ना, electric vehicles है, promotion of solar wind for industries, tree cutting and polluting river ban, planting of more trees encourage. This will lead to green revolution, raising leading to zero free carbon emissions. So slowly these are the suggestions. हम लोग आहिस्ता आहिस्ता क्या कर सकते हैं, थोड़ा थोड़ा तो we can see हमारे सब अभी waste management है, garbages है, how we can dispose of, कुछ नया ideas है as an entrepreneur. MSMEs has also got thing. You put it up, actually we can take it to the government for modifications or whatever help, and they have got lots of projects, lots of funds also to be given. So if we come across and have discussions with them, many of the things will come up and one by one problems can be solved. Slowly, as I said. So then prepare your social business viable model project and submit to bank for lending support under microfinance, rural finance, and the various government subsidized schemes. So they have got lots of things. Abhi to new things are coming up, which we may also not be knowing. But slowly, if we go into the depth and try to find out, I think we will be able to do it. And always remember to maintain logbook, as I said, to maintain record and study of each borrower and prepare action taken report for future reference. That is very essential. So don't leave that thing unattended. Otherwise we forget. So whatever you have done, who you have met, kahan gaye, kya hai, so everything just jot down in brief. So that next time when we discuss, or if I able to see, I think we can take it further. What are the difficulties, whatever. कुछ भी एक points जब जहाँ पे भी आप जाके मिलते हो, इमीडिएटली वो पॉइंट आपका कंप्यूटर में या तो आपका बुक के अंदर वो रजिस्टर हो जाना चाहिए. Then I have got 3 more our students who are already working, one from Bangladesh, one girl is there from zeros. She is from Ranchi, Sarita Pandey. She is a warrior startup warrior company secretary, advocate. She is running Bhim Bisara Immense Foundation and World Buddha Foundation at Ranchi. So that case studies also I have taken up, and we 3, and one is from Navsari, Mr. Dhiren. So all the 3 are working together, and I think I want lots of warriors for this world of 3 zeros. कोई आगे आना चाहता है तो please let me know. I think again we can include him also to make the underprivileged women girls Atmanirbhar Foundation has commenced 2 teaching centers in the rural areas where they are training, and now good news is that they have started earning 2,000 rupees, and this is the real happiness to fulfill the dream of our dear mother. So that is how she is running the Jai Bisra Jai Bhim Foundation at Ranchi. And if she can also do, one girl, young girl hai, she is doing into the best and still doing her own center also, working also, and this is what it happens. तो कहते हैं ना, to conclude, पहले मैं होशियार था, दुनिया बदलने चला था, आज मैं समझदार हूँ, खुद को बदलने चला हूँ. तो only thing you require कि you कैसे ये सकते हो, क्या हो सकेगा, and you require the perseverance. Keep doing the same thing again and again till the goal is reached. सागर ने पूछा नदी से कब तक मेरे खारे पानी में बहती रहोगी. नदी ने जवाब दिया, जब तक मैं तेरा पानी मीठा ना कर दूं तब तक मैं तेरे पानी में बहती रहोगी. तो आपको करते रहना है, रुकना नहीं है. रुक गया तो खरा. इट इज बेटर टू डू समथिंग देन टू डू नथिंग. आप लोग कुछ ना कुछ करते रहो. बी लाइक अ डायमंड. 4 C's आता है डायमंड में. 4 C's follow the 4 C's in diamond. पहला है कैरेट, देन है कट, क्लैरिटी एंड कलर. ये डायमंड बाहर नहीं ढूंढना है ज्वेलरी में, आपके अंदर है. ये आपका 4 C's आप ये कर दो, कैरेट, कट, क्लैरिटी और कलर में, तो आप खुद डायमंड बन जाओगे. आप खुद हीरा है. आप लोग बाहर हीरे ढूंढने को जाते हैं अपना ज्वेलरी डिपार्टमेंट, और उसको पैसे वाला बना देता है. इंस्टेड ऑफ ज्वेल तो आपके पास है, वो आपके पास आना चाहिए. अरे हमारा हीरा कहाँ है, आप उधर नहीं जाना चाहिए. हीरा का मतलब है अनकॉन्करेबल. इन ग्रीक वर्ड अडामस बोलता है हीरे को, डायमंड्स को, मीनिंग अनकॉन्करेबल. सो आप अनकॉन्करेबल आदमी है. सो नेक्स्ट टाइम रिमेंबर, डोंट गो टू द ज्वेलरी शॉप, दैट ज्वेलरी कम टू यू. ये फिरदौस हीरा, ये दूसरे आपके MSME हीरे है, हमारे सर है, तो कहाँ है वो ढूंढने के लिए आना चाहिए ICS में.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think
Thank
we
you,
have
sir.
Now, there you have given quite a lot of messages and lot of means your
So I would-
experiment which
Yes,
you have
sir.
shared. Thank you very
Yes, sir.
much. And we have question answers here.
Yes, sir.
So let people to interact with you.
Correct,
And
sir.
one thing I can tell, it was very nice. You could cover almost radially in all
Thank you.
directions and insight of MSME entrepreneurs. And what you told, everybody's born beggar and everybody's entrepreneur. That's true. If I see in Bombay, the beggars nowadays, they are not begging only. They are also making some product, like out of empty whiskey bottles and rum bottles, they put a light, LED light in that and they sell it. And they
Hmm.
fetch good price. And sculpture, they make it, a lot of painting, they make it, a lot of things, they have good ideas, which they have been.
Yeah, yeah,
And
truly. Only support is
so
required.
only support is required. Some people, if we can gather together and train them.
Very.
And it was very good, a very simple way you could explain everything. I'm sure everybody would have taken quite a lot to their home. And it's very good for them. I like that 3 zeros also focusing. Entrepreneur has to focus those areas. And another thing, main problem is with the people, they are not able to take risk. For entrepreneur, they have to take risk. Like this,
Very
I
true.
work in a government, means I was in service almost 30 years. And best of the service I was with, like this, I was Atom Energy. Then I was working with the Engineers India Limited. Then I was working with the Norwegian company for 2 decades. But I left and started my entrepreneurship. And
Okay.
with the grace of God, with 3 people, today we are 900 people.
Oh
So
my God. See, salute to you, sir. All
that you have
very
to start. People have to gain that entrepreneurship risk, because without risk you cannot do. And then a very good thought is that how to bring the poverty. But just slogan is not going to help. We have to really have the finance inclusions and inclusion growth and means the hand holding and saving, and all the things are very important actually, which you have touched upon. And definitely we are going to be associated with you, because great ideas which you have shared, and we are definitely going to
welcome.
work out together with our NGOs how we can work out. And by the way, we are also having a Sani Danam, a project coming up at Daisar. Oh, sorry, not Palgar. In that project, we are covering inclusion of senior citizen and also CP patients. This is the first time we are trying to have, there will be home for them, and where we are including both of them, so that otherwise the senior citizen people, they are not able to be happy. So when we have CP, and they are very good, they have excellent mind, everything is there,
CP means,
they are
sir?
also very good, so that
CP
there will
means?
be attachment.
CP?
Sorry,
CP,
cerebral
CP means?
palsy. That's a patient who are having
Okay.
this.
Okay, okay. Cerebral
Okay,
palsy.
so yeah, that's correct. And thank
Okay.
you. It was very nice. And we now open
Thank you.
for open discussions. We'll have many such events. I'm sure we'll be working together. I'm also part of SMSE. And when we started this company, my focus was MSME, not the corporate sectors. That's why we could serve to almost more than 12,000 customers, providing them ISO certification, because they need the most quality improvement of the product and product quality. Then only we can survive in this export market, Indian market.
Very
So
true.
there are a lot of good things which we also have been. So I'm looking forward to have an association with you, Dr. Sharaf. Nice. And now I'll back hand over to our colleague, Jyoti, please go ahead further with your program. Miss Jyoti.
Thank you, sir, for the lovely talk and sharing your experience with us and making the topic more clear to all everyone joined in this section. Now I request all the
Yes,
delegates to put your question.
Akshita, over to you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sharma ji, you can unmute yourself now.
Yeah. Dr. Sumit ji, partially we are lucky to have Mr. Srinivasan also with us today. We are actually, off and on, we have been for tracking this talk and just, sir, hello to Sumit ji and dono.
Yeah,
Namaskar,
namaste,
namaskar.
namaste. Nice to have you with us.
मोबाइल गिर जाएगा
So,
ऐसा है आप दोनों इतना एक्टिव है
Well,
वेरी नाइस टू सी बोथ ऑफ यू सो एक्टिव ऑल ऑफ यू
welcome to
Thank
India.
you.
Welcome to Bombay, sir. Looking forward to see you.
हेलो
If there are any questions, then we can. Shroff sir, amazing presentation, amazing voice modulation, amazing oratorship, sir. Superb. It was a treat to the ears listening to you, sir. Amazing.
आप तो हमको बहुत ऊपर चढ़ा दिया.
अच्छा, great. So many, this caliber people also hearing these programs of webinars of ICS. And Shroff sir, as Dr. Kataria said, this must have touched the heart of everybody. You know why? Because especially Dr. Kataria and the whole family, like they've been great entrepreneurs, and risk taking, what you said, is in their blood. But unfortunately, this quality does not exist in all of us, So आपने point out here, sir. Thank you so much.
Noise is coming, sir.
So if you all have any questions, you can put them in the chat box, so you can directly direct them to Shroff sir. Please put up your question in the chat box. Yes, sir.
Two of my colleagues are also here, sir. Farah Irani and Boda Frit Jack. I can see them on the.
Yes.
They have also attended, sir.
Thank you so much for attending. And as I said, sir, it was really a lot of insights, very simplistically mentioned and beautifully, worded and put together. Amazing, sir. It was a treat to the ears and a lot of learning, small learnings, but a lot of learning, multiple learnings. It was really great to hear from you, sir. Honored, sir.
Thank you, sir. So you are Sumit Kataria?
Yes, sir. I'm Mr. Kataria's son.
Ah, okay. I just thought so. That is why.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I have not connected you.
Yes,
So I just asked you, sir. So Kataria sir is having jewel diamonds in his family.
No, sir. ICS has been very fortunate, sir. We've got a we've got a very decorated team, and the entire team is always very supportive. Sir, since we wait for questions, I just want to set the order for questions, sir. Sir, why do you think MSME takes so much time to get organized? Means we do not compete with multinationals. Why are we so short-sighted about the business? Why don't we think that quality will go a long way? Why do most entrepreneurs look at just existing rather than excelling? Is it a lack of support? Is it our inherent behavior? Where does that thing come that, for I see it everywhere. I don't see it only with entrepreneurs. I see it with people. There are two sets. I believe that one, you can exist in whatever you do and you can just be like everybody. And the other option is you can excel and be the top notch in what you are doing. How do you create that environment, or what is the root cause that why we don't see it in our context?
The reason being our India is highly populated country, wide culture. So there are so many reasons and things which come into there, and support. Of course, support from government banks are coming, but then MSMEs are not approaching them to take the benefits. So now I will just share with you one example. I am existing. Am I right? Dr. Firdosif is existing for so many years. But I just connected only yesterday with ICS. I was actually looking up for, but then suddenly Mr. Sharma came into the picture and he connected me. So this is how we got connected. Na? So many people are looking out for something, but they don't get connected. So with this ICS, we can make them connected. So that is my actually idea, vision is how we can get interconnected. And suppose if they have some problem, so we can take them to the bank. If they have got water problem, some municipality or what are school problems. So we can take that team, we can take them to the authority, we can build up a team. So that is why I said, what are the needs of it? First, we should study. So once I get to know the needs of some of the things, areas, I think we can take up to the further level. And I think Palghar is I think scheduled tribes, I suppose, na community, nomadic tribes or something.
So
That area is defined.
Palghar is there, sir.
Palghar.
The entire area, Vada and Palghar is a lot of tribal area from there onwards up till I think Udva and the portions of Nani Daman. Those are a lot of tribal areas over there, sir. But
Okay,
now
so
I
I think
think
we can go and visit, sir.
definitely, sir. Definitely.
Our
If
team
that area is looking
can
up,
have a
because with the
visit.
Bombay Baroda Expressway coming up, that distance between Palghar and here will be cut short. Plus, Palghar is planned as a smart city. And another point about Palghar is, sir, Palghar is also getting a big port over there. So because it's got
I see.
seafront, they're developing a big port. So that part of the area is going to take good development. So it'll be a wise thing to, and a lot of industries are almost halfway there. So the entire Vasai Virar belt is already industrially very strong. The entire Mumbai industry is moved to Vasai already, and now they're
Rano
going
Palghar.
forward up to Palghar and Udva. Sharma ji, anything you wish to add or ask?
I
Suresh
think,
Sharma ji.
see, our dude, Dr. Shroff is, I think, the way he, he's an artist also, he has acted in movies. So in the presentation, I think he didn't leave anything to ask, like, it was so elaborate and so lucidly explained. Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you, sir.
Shroff.
Thank you, Suresh sir.
My pleasure. Maybe I had a very tough day, but I said I'll attend your talk, and I can't really, disappoint Sumit ji and Dr. Sundar Kataria. So हम यहाँ पे ऑफिस में बैठे हैं पब्लिशर के और उनके साथ आपका साथ साथ अटेंड कर रहे हैं, like, so many other people have also witnessed, right? So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for such a lovely section. Had a nice
Thank you.
talk with you, and all the questions that was being raised, it was clearly being solved by you. So as in the chat box, there are no more questions. I think all this, everything, each and every questions that was being arising into everyone's mind was being cleared through this section. So no more questions from anyone's end. So
Okay. कोई है? Tech session. Ramachandra Fernandez.
We don't hear you, huh? Unless the others can hear.
Sorry for
Which-
the
This is
interruption.
goof proof, huh?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Ma'am, what's the topic? Ma'am, what's the topic? Goof proof, huh?
Goof proof
attractive.
communication skills. A corporate essentials
Okay.
shall be taken by Ramachandra Fernandez. She shall be covering with the topics like helps to build a corporate identity, clarity in presentation, helps personalize message for customers. It shall be carried on with a question and answer section. ICS is pleased to provide you all its research and development, like integrated management systems, QMS, EMS, and OSHAs, excellence in education management, ISO made easy in Gujarati, Marathi, Telugu, and Hindi. Anyone who is interested for this can approach us. For reading any of the above book, please contact Ms. Sushma Kindalkar. Her email ID is being provided here as well as a contact number. Anyone interested in reading any of the above book can contact us freely. Any feedback form needs to anyone interested in giving the feedback, please register on our website, that is www.sadgunsang.org, or you can log in and give a feedback. On behalf of the Sadgun San and team, I would like to express my gratitude to all the esteemed delegates, the webinar for the presence and contribution to make this webinar a great success. Now we officially close this section. Thank you all.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Shroff sir, once again. Thank you so
Thank,
much, sir.
thank you, sir. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
See you.